Congresswoman Madeleine Dean, thank you for being with us. How do you plan on voting?
I'll be a no on this CR, continuing resolution, for a number of reasons. And I'll go back to where the Speaker's clip came in here. We need a Speaker of the House who is an honest broker of information to the American public, not just to his conference, but to all of us. And when the Speaker calls this a clean CR, it simply isn't. Clean would mean it kept funding for veterans, for example. This slashes $23 billion worth of veterans funding, specifically veterans who have suffered from their service toxic fumes from burn pits. It would wipe out $23 billion of support for our veterans. It would wipe out supplemental food for seniors. Thousands, tens of thousands of seniors who are most neediest among us would be rejected for that supplemental nutrition. This is not a clean CR. Sadly, what it is a disguise of loyalty to Donald Trump, handing him the power of the purse now in writing. I will be a no on this because it is an irresponsible piece of legislation. It is no way to budget. And by the way, they never came to the Appropriations Committee. They never came to the table in all of these months, never came for responsible budgeting with Democrats.
What do you say to a federal worker who might find themselves on furlough or, not getting a paycheck in the longer term sense because of a government shutdown? I mean, if Republicans can't stay in line and Democrats don't get on board, there are going to be people who are suffering the consequences. How do you tell them, how do you explain your vote to them?
Sadly, it takes me back to 2019 when I was first sworn in the longest government shutdown in our nation's history. Guess who was president then? Donald Trump, round one. I'll say what I had to say to furloughed workers or essential workers like air traffic controllers. I went to the Philadelphia airport and met with air traffic controllers. They had to report to work even as they were not paid. Imagine that we would continue that kind of cruelty, injury to our country. It was also an economic disaster for our country to have a shutdown. So I will tell them that I am here, ready to stand with them, protect their jobs because they do their jobs with sincerity, service to all of us. Look what's going on with the chaos of this administration. Look what's happening to the economy, not just for federal workers, for workers all across our economy. So I'll stand with those who are furloughed, those who are essential and have to continue to work without pay, and call out what this is, a grotesque overreach by the Trump administration. Let's remember what it's all about. This isn't about finding waste, fraud, and abuse. This isn't about saving money or taking the deficit down. It's about ballooning the deficit. They are right now crafting the tax break bill that will add $4.5 trillion to our deficit. Tax breaks for the wealthy, tax breaks for Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and their friends.
Let me play Elon Musk last night talking about ways to get the deficit down. Let's listen.
The goal here is let's not have America go bankrupt with waste and fraud. The waste and fraud in entitlement spending, which is which is most of the federal spending is entitlements. So that's like the big one to eliminate.
So entitlement spending, the big one to eliminate. It seems like he's talking about the waste and fraud there. Can you give us an assessment? Can you give us an assessment of whether there is enough waste and fraud to cut out $4.5 billion in tax breaks?
I don't know the answer, and it's very obvious Elon Musk doesn't know the answer. What we do know, actually, is that Social Security checks, for example, are processed with more than 99% accuracy, 99%. So if Elon Musk was really interested in looking for that massive waste and fraud, or what might be just an inaccuracy of a single percent, he knows the math doesn't add up. And really what he said there is he wants to cut the programs entirely. I have to tell you, my phones are ringing off the hook. In meeting after meeting, in committee meetings, constituents are talking to me, seniors are talking to me, deeply, gravely worried about what Elon Musk said openly and was not questioned by in the snippet I saw on Fox News. He was not questioned about wanting to cut entitlements. By the way, these aren't entitlements. I don't like that word. These are earned Our seniors, you and I, we pay into Social Security with the promise that because we have supported our country and this program, they will be looking after us as we age, helping us with health care needs, helping us, our seniors in nursing homes who have no grand assets and need to be supported in their health care by Medicaid. So what he's talking about is actually taking that which was earned by American citizens and wiping it out. They will not be successful, but people will be hurt in the meantime.
Congresswoman Madeleine Dean, thank you very much for joining us.